Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Count Christo and this is the Best of Both Worlds campaign, which has been going rather well lately. We've been doing some devastating attacks against the Soviets. Look at those numbers on the front. Oh boy. We are going to we're going to annihilate the Soviets and it's going to be glorious. Why aren't you assigned to an order? Or you? You, I understand, because you got recruited on that island and hence you need to stay on that island or you might get convoy raided en route. But you I do not understand. Let's send you up here. There's a potential of a naval invasion here. We are freaking ready. If the Allies try a naval invasion, our glorious Turkish allies stand ready to do serious damage to them there. Didn't we have the Turks in a separate army? Are these the Turks? Oh no, those are the Turks are manning the coast. That's right. We should have the non... No, you guys are up there. Who am I meant to be looking at? These guys. Maybe we shouldn't make them that blue. Let's make them a slightly different shade of blue or purple, sure. Just so I can distinguish the proper divisions from the puppet divisions. Sorry, purple. If you would. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, for this episode and the next couple of episodes, we're going to do our best to not look over here much. 3 tanks might be excessive, by the way, over here, but I really don't want an allied breakout. It would just be so bad if we let them make headway there, because pushing them back is so much harder than actually stopping them landing in the first place. Speaking of, these guys probably have 0 organization, so I'm going to send some tanks down from Casablanca. I'm also, I mean, I don't know if there's anything I can really do. Oh, the supply here is fine? No, I haven't let an hour pass since I loaded in. There we go. Supply now is going from here, which is better. So what's the bottleneck? Ports in Constantine. Is Constantine over here? No, Constantine. I mean, it sounds like it would be Greek. Here? Where are you? Oh, it's here? How could it possibly be the ports here if the supply is coming from over here? But, I mean, apparently it's ports in this tile, or this zone. That confuses me. But I guess we could just invest in a big port here. Oh, we've got a great port here. I mean, if we buff that one, and then had more infrastructure along here, maybe that would help? I don't know. I still don't feel like I have a really strong grasp on where to improve infrastructure to help supply. Anyway, so we're going to focus on the Eastern Front. We're going to use our tanks. We're going to do lots and lots of rolling pockets. And we're going to annihilate the Soviet resistance. That is the plan. That's what we're going to do. So, you guys, let's begin the next one, shall we? I'm going to do kind of fully tank pushes. If we have to just immediately fall back afterwards, it's fine. As long as we can actually hold the line, which we really should be able to do now. I'm not that fussed. Where are you headed, my man? North. Why are there tanks assigned here? So I was thinking about doing a big pocket. No, let's just do these rolling pockets with enough tanks are good. Oh, right, because I left the attack plan on the tanks there. Fair enough. You guys could just come here. That would be excellent. Good. I could even change the infantry to fallback lines so they don't move in to fill this less defensible territory. But I think that's fine. Okay, so just cut west. I'm going to use these tanks to absolutely destroy them. Do not leave empty tiles so we can get pocketed. That would be rather annoying. You two can move in here, and we will keep adjusting these front lines so they only go where we want them. Nice. Though that's not quite what I had in mind. There we go. Well, I mean, it is those zones, even if it doesn't look like it is. Fair enough. Keep moving in. Keep moving in. Marvellous. And we've got the tank numbers that they just can't stop us. Over here. We've got glorious tanks. They've only got 1 guy per tile. They've got a lot of tanks. Although those guys are low on strength, I suspect the thing they're missing is probably tanks. Like almost any tanks. Drive them back there. Support attack there. Marvellous. And we're just going to do this over and over again. I think speed 2 is appropriate because our you know, our tanks move so fast anyway, and we're punching through so quickly. So the problem is still just... Actually, what's wrong with the supply here? Port in Gabes. Is that here? No, Gabes would be... Where the heck's Gabes? Is that here? Gabes. Gabes is here. Ports in Gabes. I guess this whole region is called Gabes. I mean, it's... What is that back and forth line? How is there a port... I'm confused. I'm confused. But until they do proper naval invasions down here, not just a couple of people arriving here, and then all vanishing, where did they go? Maybe we lost vision on them. We probably had vision... One sec. Maybe we had vision just because this guy was here. Nice, he took out a bunch of destroyers. I love it. I love it that this guy is managing to convoy raid this area. Currently repairing in Ganiza now, but still. Soon to go back out. The surface raiding is very fun. Alright. You go here. Good. Alright. Back to the tank encirclement. How'd it go? About to finish there. Well, yeah, that's fine. These French guys will get away. They all French? A surprising number of French divisions here. Oh. Kind of assumed these two bordered each other. But in fact they do not. Okay. Well, in that case, let's be a bit more aggressive. And do something like this. I'm just hoping the infantry will flood in here. As we drive these guys back. You can go like that. I want to catch these guys, ideally. Pinning maneuver. Good, not winning it. Might as well close there. Might as well drive these guys back. Yep, might as well drive those guys back. And we can do early pockets here, that's fine. They're already crossing the river, don't need to do that. And just head north and around. Brilliant! Okay. Got him. You go there. Beautiful. Obviously, no, that's not actually bad supply. Ah, down to just low supplies rather than very low supplies. That's always nice. Local infrastructure does help with supplies, so... I don't know, maybe we just... Oh, there's steel here, so sure. Build me a bunch of infrastructure there. And there's steel here too, sure. Build me a bunch of infrastructure there. Let's just try and help out the whole region. There's a bunch of puppet divisions we could grab, but we're not in desperate need of more divisions right now. Let's head south. Just wrap these guys up. Get them. Magnificent. Easy money. More pocketed. Move the tanks further north, and we'll keep this rolling offensive going. We'll need to be very careful, because obviously this this whole region here cannot be manned by 12 divisions. So you guys are going to need to come down here a bit. And then this army is going to need to go back over here. We'll let them close the pocket first. If we lose ground to the Soviets here, honestly, it's not a problem. Because it's not ground we're after, it's just casualties. Sorry about the siren. There's not much I can do about it. Go in here. Alright. Those guys are being pushed out. Is that tanks trying to retreat? Yeah. I'm just going to mute for a second. Oh, and then it stopped. Beautiful. Right. Still short on tungsten. Which will partly have... I'm not... Oh, Windows. Windows, I swear to God. I'm not running out of space on disk E. There is no disk E, you madman. Alright, close that. We are massively producing these now, which is fabulous. The Dutch fleet now... Sorry, the Dutch fleet. The Italian fleet now has a carrier, always fun, and a heavy cruiser. Inexperienced, but that's okay. Come in from here. Since the tanks in, just wrap it up. Okay, tanks getting up here, ready for the next one. I mean, there's barely any people on the front. We could just drive into them now, but I don't know. Racking up the kills is also kind of fun. We could start a full frontal offensive, but I don't know if we'd be able to with infantry, just infantry. We probably could, to be honest, actually. As soon as now I say that. Okay, you guys. Man, the front again. Yeah, maybe we start a rolling micro pocket offensive all the way along, not just using tanks. Could do that. Still holding fine over there. Still no invasions. Good. No, let's finish the northward tank push, because there's so little resistance. We should be able to do it. You know, basically this episode we'll be able to wrap up all the way along the front, which will be great. Some support there. Right, we've got more military factories being captured. Okay, oil, suddenly not so much of a concern. We just want to avoid... Oh no, steel also now going into surplus. That's excellent. People were saying upgrade, change from limited exports. I will. We got so little political power. We could also turn off construction repair to get more political power. I don't know, there's a lot of repairs that need doing though. And we might not need to close the economy soon, because not closing the economy is real good. You know, you got factory output, research time. So I think we're not going to close the economy just yet. Capturing the Soviets should be enough. We're going to dramatically increase... Which of these is actual normal fighters? It's that one, right? And that's the carrier fighter? Yeah. Let's get dramatically increased fighter 4 production. And we are going to want to research... what do you call it? Jet fighters and jet tactical bombers. It's good that it'll reduce the amount of research we're doing once we actually reach that point, because we don't need to research. I think we're quite low on heavy cruisers. We lost quite a few of those recently, so I think I'm going to make some more Prince Eugens. They can also go to Tuscany. There it is. Captured more naval bases? Or maybe we just repaired a bunch. Yeah, we probably repaired a bunch in, where'd you call it? Königsberg, when we switched to repair focus. That's my guess. Just keep the pressure on those guys so they can't stop us. And there we go, the infantry push in there. And honestly, some of the tanks can begin the next push, while the previous tanks wrap up this one. Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, easy money. Okay, you guys holding... Yeah, we just don't want to get anyone pocketed here, but if they, you know, take here and here, it's absolutely no problem, as long as someone's getting pocketed. These guys heading off to the Western Front. Okay, that's sufficiently annoying that I think I'm going to grab the tanks that are here and put them in a different army, just so it doesn't automatically assign tanks over here. It should be a different army, really, over here anyway, you know, from a role-play perspective. So, I hope you enjoyed your time in Africa, Manstein. I need you back over here. We could give you Fortress Buster. I mean, there will be some forts to push through over here, but I think that's not necessary. You can have your old symbol back. I don't know, maybe, what was the headcanon? Manstein was in disgrace after his many failed attempts in pushing through up there. Have you guys still not got down here? Oh, they're walking, not strat redeploying. Well, easily fixed. Meanwhile, a bunch of you guys now don't have an order. We'll go on this up there. Good. Glorious. Oh, good, another siren. This lot can go down here. And obviously those guys should be assigned here. Sweet. And then these guys. Which are you? You're those guys. You go there. And you guys go here. Good. And then we're very nearly at a point where we can just annihilate them. You guys just wrap that up. I don't think the tanks are necessary for that, so we can begin on the next tank offensive. You guys are all moving south. This is great. They're moving south to try and relieve this pocket. Little do they know, it's actually going to be that move south that results in them themselves being pocketed, which is excellent. Alright, all these guys moving in here. Do so with some haste, if you wouldn't mind. And if you would mind too, you can't strat redeploy when you have two armies selected. I knew that. Alright, you guys, let's do this up here. And we'll just begin the far end of the pocket simultaneously. Nice. So we've got 0 manpower again. So we should probably take out a bunch of these. You know, any... Oh, hello. These guys are ready. I might let them train up, honestly. How long is it going to take? Till January of next year? No, that's far too long. Give me those tanks right now, please. Good. We'll probably... I mean, how much manpower deficit are we in right now? 400,000? Alright. We'll cancel that. Where am I taking so many casualties? Maybe on the... Oh, I don't know. At sea, maybe? when some ships ferried themselves across a coast they really shouldn't have, perhaps? It's my best guess. Bit of a river to cross here, but that's alright, we'll manage. They're really trying to hold that tile against us, but will not succeed. Any dangerous naval invasions? Excuse me, can't I scroll this with the mouse wheel? Doesn't look like it. Good. None of those sound like places I'd be worried about a naval invasion landing. Good, pushing in here. Light tanks, just pin them for a moment. Till we take this tile. No, just the light tanks, please. Oh, and we drove them back anyway. Never mind. Do we still have a light tank deficit? We actually have a light tank surplus. Could slightly reduce light tank production. It's only one division that we're actually maintaining. But hey, one tank division is, 5% of our tank army right now. Slightly less than 5%. Not to be neglected. You just cross there. That'll be good. Want to make this pocket slightly larger. Good, pushed in there. Keep it going. Yeah, you don't need to cross there. Just come here. And you as well. And you guys there. And so on. Lovely. You guys straight to there once you're across the river. Giving them extra than they need here, because I really don't want to take too many excess casualties while we're suffering from the river crossing penalty. Never good. You guys just keep concentrating where we want you. I think actually, isn't there something to do with if you use the spearhead battle plan, it doesn't extend the front line as much? I can't remember. Let's try using the spearhead. Marvelous. They're coming in there. Tanks coming up to defend the rear. Spectacular. Alright. Speed 3 to cross the river. Come on. Get going here, guys. Two of these guys can go south. Good lord, it takes a while to cross rivers, doesn't it? There we go, finally. Establishing beachheads, man. Bridgehead. I keep saying beachheads. Bridgeheads is what I mean, of course. Yes, that's what I want you to do. There. There we go. Lovely. As soon as we're across, we can go back to normal. Very rapid advance speed. Some Soviet tanks coming to try and stop us, but I have this sneaking suspicion they won't be able to. We actually have contested air here, even though we have no planes up. Is that because their air superiority is being reduced so much by our? No, I don't know. With the current amount of aircraft, we can effectively cover 3% of the region. What? We don't have any aircraft. That's interesting. Not sure what's causing that. I was thinking maybe it's something to do with the fact that we have anti-air in our tanks, which presumably has a negative impact on the impact of enemy planes on their level of air superiority. That would be my guess. Okay, we'll just clean up this and then move on to the next zone. Good, yeah. Just neaten that up a bit. In fact, you can go a bit further north. These guys can spread like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. You guys down here. Who's not anti-air right now? Yeah, you guys. You're quite experienced. Let's have you be anti-air. Boom. In fact, we could make you go straight to quality anti-air. Let's do that. You can have an assigned trait. Panzer expert? What? Why do you have Panzer leader? Maybe he starts with it. Or maybe he led attacks which had tanks from the tank army in, and that counts for XP. I don't know. These guys obviously are going to lose. Sorry, these guys obviously are going to lose some XP because they're down on strength while all that stuff reinforces into them. But that's okay. All right, there we go. Wiped out another section. Marvelous. Nearly there. Nearly at the north. Obviously, these guys are going to be very easy to encircle. There we go. Overruns. Alright. Back up here we go. Next spearhead up here. Getting into bad supply situation. So I think we'll split the army. Send half of them down here. And... excuse me. Shift X. What's the shortcut? Shift X. Yeah, I thought so. Is that not what I was pressing? Interesting. Have these guys get down here. Rest of you, your butts up here. It's funny, I can never remember the shortcuts if I have to actually say them. It's all just muscle memory. We don't want to do any propaganda efforts. We could do war bonds, but... Decisions available. What? Ah, we turn that one off. Fair enough. Right, resistance occupation. Yes, that is a concern. We should do something about that real quick here. Point 6. 1, 2, 3. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One there. One there. One there. So we will destroy a certain amount of factories when we capitulate the Soviet Union. I don't know what... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what the number actually is that you destroy when you take states in a peace deal. But it's a fair number. 2, 3, 4, 5. But I very much doubt it will actually result in a net decrease in the number of factories we have. Because we're currently on gentlest occupation. A decision I made purely because our political power situation is so dire. So probably we'll actually gain factories as we capitulate them, even as some of their factories are destroyed. Let's move the backup, and then all those guys will run out to their orders. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, tanks move to their new positions. Supply situation should stabilize as these guys leave. Exquisite. Got some naval combat here, excuse me? What the heck? Oh, right. You know how I left raiding on the other guys and we lost a bunch of them? Apparently I did the same for the carrier reserve force. Oops. It's alright, we'll get them to retreat now. They actually did, they did okay in that fight, apparently. Would you go back, please? Thank you, okay. Lost some convoys, not a problem. New unassigned guys, more Italians. Many, many Italians. Supply situation over here. Getting worse. Okay. Maybe because the ports got bombed, but they haven't got bombed. But there are no ports, so I don't know how you're shipping into this port. I don't understand. Oh, well, doesn't matter. Alright, tanks down here yet? Not quite. Up here? Yes, indeed. Alright. We could do more kind of micro pocket stuff. I don't know. I think larger pockets are more damaging. I don't know, yeah, this would only pocket one guy. But we can do micro pockets into larger pockets, like that kind of thing. Yeah, that seems good. Just do a quick kind of scoot round here. In fact, if you guys could just push them back to the lake. Does that border the lake, that tile? Not quite. So we have to go one further in. That shouldn't be too difficult. If you could drive them back here, shorten the front. No, like you, just like that. You should be sporting here. Good. Tanks rolling further in. Good. And just carry straight on to the lake. Plus, we're going to take this airbase, which will limit their ability to cass us, which is always lovely. Is cass a verb? I think cass could be used as a verb. Oh, apparently my my internet connection's gone down. Don't pocket me. Come on. It's just rude. You guys, how long until you get there? 5 hours, which means we won't win this fight in time to actually stop him being pocketed. Glorious. Tanks move back. These guys all start rushing south because they realise the danger they're in, but not soon enough. Fabulous. Why is my... Oh, my internet hasn't gone down. That's weird. Okay. This guy's coming north. Spectacular. More resistance occupation, but the guys haven't actually arrived. Ah, Moscow itself. Yeah, 3, which is 15 divisions we need there. Good lord. I can't remember if they're actually always... Yes, they are sort of like that. Sweet. You guys, go and make sure there's no uprisings in Moscow. I hear they like that. Right, keep coming north. Good. Overrun. Sweet. Pocketed there. These guys crossing the river, so taking their sweet, sweet time, but that's fair enough. It's quite a large river. At least it looks like a large river. I don't really know. Alright, there we go. Yeah, my Russian geography, not the best. There are some marshes somewhere here that I think I might be able to name given about half an hour. But it's not once you start getting deeper in here, my historical knowledge begins to... Sorry, geographical knowledge begins to show its cracks. One more pocket by rushing to here, then just rush north, wipe out these guys, and then we begin a full frontal. And we can also just keep doing... They're not even able to man the front down here. You could go in there, and we'll just basically rely on our troops to be able to carry out these orders while mostly focusing in the north, which we should be fine with because the numbers opposing us are just so low at this point. Okay, you guys can more or less press on straight north, I think. There's very, very few divisions here now, so shouldn't be much of a problem. Could also push in here, but we don't really need to because we can just cut straight to that lake. Also got actual air superiority up here, which is... It just feels wrong saying that. We have air superiority? Is that a thing you can do in this game? Alright. You two Cass can come fly down from here. It's going to make it even more trivial to annihilate them. Fabulous. Moscow contained. A couple more places showing signs of discontent. Actually, it's going down here. And here. Yeah, going up slightly, so you can go there. Glorious. Excuse me. Could you... There we go. Glorious. Alright, pressing on north. You guys get back together. I think we should start redeploying them there. Supply issues in this new zone. Fair enough. It's quite cold up here. Not taking any attrition yet, though, so that's nice. You could just hurry it up. Take these guys out. That would be lovely. We're going to arrive there before we take them out, or at least before they complete their retreat. That's marvelous. Tanks keep rolling on north, spearheading to the best of our ability. We will just pretty much go straight up here. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Keep at it. Marvelous. Okay. Well, how is the southern pocket going? Went fine. You guys just want to do this to finish it off. You want to go into it? Alright. I think we'll just let him do that. 20 hours? No, just let him enter the pocket. Is that a super heavy tank? Or just a heavy tank? That's a big tank. Either way. Alright, in you go. 11 hours. Alright, well, so we can spend 11 hours issuing some orders in the north. Cool. Yeah, just keep on. Keep on keeping on, more or less. They're not even around to oppose us. They've lost the spirit to fight, basically, at this point. Alright, you guys go that way, you guys go that way. Glorious. And we can start forcing them back from the southern end of the pocket simultaneously. Great. Obviously, try not to get pocketed. If you can. Take Stratov. Great. So what is their stability? Oh, good lord. Pretty low. What do we actually have to get them to? Oh, nice. 20% or less victory point control. So we can do that without pushing very far east. I think we might have to push to the Urals. Just from experience of what 80% national unity meant to mean. Used to mean. That's what I mean to say. But I don't think we're going to have to push that far. If they're at 90%, you have to push practically all the way over. Or rather, if they're at what used to mean you had to take 90%. So the supply situation here is so bad. I think I am going to attempt to bring some of these people off the island. Not them, but just some of them. There we go. You guys, try and make it to the mainland. Go for it. Whenever you can. They're not going to? Alright, well then. Strat redeploy here, and then I'll force you to. Okay, in the south, we've got them pocketed. Finish them off, if you'd be so good. Marvellous. Should be support attacking with this tank. And they're breaking almost instantly anyway. Good. Stratov falls. Excellent. Saratov, I guess, actually. Looks like the Soviets are almost abandoning the front in the south. That's what I like to see. having few enough numbers. They might be trying to fall back to another defensive line, but I don't know. I think they just don't have the numbers. They do still have... Oh my god. Wasn't it last episode we checked and they had to about 200? They now have 100. Yeah, rolling tank pushes across the front, man. They inflict heavy casualties. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, you can go east. Just get them here. More supply issues up here. Yeah, fair enough. But once we have this area under our control, that'll clean up pretty quick. I'm pushing in from the south as well, just to speed things along. The tanks will always manage to outpace the infantry. Well, not always, but the tanks should manage to outpace the infantry. Okay, we are now taking attrition because of the bad supply. But we should be able to fix that pretty soon. Guess we shouldn't launch unnecessary attacks. Oh, you still take attrition from bad supply even when stationary. I thought you didn't take... It's lower, though. Interesting. Anyway, but once we finish capturing up here, we'll be in a much better position on that front. We're actually not defending this river crossing, so I suppose we might as well take some of the land with infantry. Less attrition and all that. You guys have an interesting idea of covering this section of the front. I think I'll probably shorten it. Hey, nice. Better field hospitals. Less casualties. Always good. Next research. Probably recon. Signals would also be lovely. We should probably... Yeah, okay, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to start working on tac bombers. We're going to want jet tac bombers, for sure. Yeah, that's very important. Our navy also needs an upgrade. This I cannot deny, but we just don't have... I mean, it's going to be quite a few investments if we want to bring all our ships up to the 4th tier, or the final, the 1945 tier vessels. It's going to be difficult, very difficult. Anything going fine down here? Good. Okay. If you want to just come south like so, you can go north, and you can come in here. Meanwhile, cut these two off. You go there. Nice. This infantry deployment is not quite how I would like it. There we go. Good. Okay. We could be doing the field marshal front lines. I never really learned how you do them. But yeah, go on. Let's try. Let's experiment here. So delete all your orders. It doesn't work. Okay. I'll go through manually then. We'll take these out. These are all the infantry front lines we're taking out. And if we just used a field marshal front line from here to here. The problem is, I don't think... Can we now adjust where the armies are deployed? And will this just always keep... See, it doesn't deploy the armies in the section of the front where I want them. And I don't know if there's an easy way to change that. Like, if I wanted to... No, see, I can just move this north or south. I can't actually change where the... where each army gets deployed. I think. Or maybe you just do it like this. Are you going to the southernmost point? No, so it's not the order. It's not the order in this list. Yeah, so I think we're not going to use field marshal front lines. Alright, cool. Well, I will put the front lines back in place, but I will do that in between episodes. So if you like this episode, then I will see you in the next one, I assume. I mean, that seems logical. Do hit the like button if you liked it. It helps out a great deal. And I'll see you very soon. We will begin the kind of mass push east now that we've devastated the Soviet front lines. These are huge, undefended areas of land as we rampage through the Soviet Union. Excellent. Capitulation in the next episode, I presume. See you then. Bye-bye.